Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel and welcome to another video relating to the 110 crafting update. So with 110 crafting, it's brought the introduction of platinum ore into the game, and with that, linked to the platinum ore is a platinum stone spirit. Now, very similar to how we did the Ganodermics beast video, where Ganodermics had the brand new seed drop, Airuts have now been given the platinum stone spirit onto their drop table. Now, this has replaced something on the drop table which really wasn't worthwhile, so massive plus side to Airuts as a Slayer task. So what we're going to be doing in this video is going to go to the Airuts area, do a full hour, see what it's like in terms of GP and other stuff as well, and see if it's really worth your time to go and kill Airuts as a Slayer task because of this brand new stone spirit brought to the game. Now, platinum in a minute is currently selling for 80,000 coins, and again, this is day of release, so this will be slightly later in the week. What I would say, if you are looking at buying these stone spirits, or if you're looking to do platinum, please make sure to check margins because they might not be as they currently are in this video. Prices do change, things happen, Jagex might make tweaks to what the current game is, so prices can change. Please make sure to go and test margins before going and doing anything relating to this video. So because the ore price is roughly 80k, it means at the minute that the stone spirit price is very similar and it's very much fluctuating as well. So I did check this price at 80k earlier on, but it's worth checking just before this video and before we go to the Airuts as well to see if it's worthwhile doing for us. So if we throw an offer in for 80k, it's currently not selling, which is actually great because we're going to go and hopefully go and get a lot of these from our Slayer task. And for a stone spirit at this price, currently 83.9k, it only takes a couple of these stone spirits per hour to kind of rattle up and push up Airuts as a GP moneymaker. So in terms of the Slayer task, Airuts are currently valued at like 5 to 6 mil per hour, mainly because of a few things. Their bones are 10k each, and for how I'm going to kill him, I'm going to be using a bone crusher with a bone crusher necklace to kind of like feed my prayer, because Airuts are a little bit nasty. They have a very nasty range attack, so I'm going to be using a vampirism scrimshaw and a vampirism aura as well to kill these with melee. And Airuts are also very good in terms of dropping rune alchemy. So a spring cleaner is pretty essential here. It's going to be making you a lot of cash and just from the alks as well. In terms of what we're going to go do for an invo, we are pretty much going to rock our masterwork armor. We're going to go and take a scythe, and then I'll show you guys what we're going to take in terms of a full invo once we are all set up and sorted. So in terms of an invo, this is what we're pretty much going to take. Excalibur, ritual shard, herb bag, kind of helpful, sometimes not. Gem bag, the spring cleaner, which is going to be doing a lot of the work. Cannonballs, the Slayer kit to go and get the task. A cannon, I take the siege cannon because it's just better. The Airut mask to go and force the task. Airuts is another monster where you can go and force your task. I believe an Airut mask is only every 3 days. But if it's any more than that, again, a really good way to go and farm your points. A really good way to go and get some double loots. Again, anything you see in this video, if you have a brand new or reset mask with the Spirit of Battle, you can then go and get 1,000 kills with a 1 in 10% chance of getting double loot. So it's a way to make even more money. And currently, the Assassin promo, in my experience, does seem to drop a lot of Spirit of Battle. So good times to sort of get in, get a couple more, throw them in the bank, and then use those masks as well. Don't always let them sit in your bank. Make sure to be using those Spirits of the Battle because they are very good in connection with these Slayer masks. Very, very good. And if you haven't got the Airuts Slayer mask, on the next double XP, you can buy Slayer masks for your double XP tokens. One of those must buys as soon as you can because, again, it transforms your Slayer. It makes things very easy and a very good way to go and farm the XP. Now, I didn't mention it earlier on, you can use whatever combat style you want. I've always found Airuts to be very good in terms of a melee sort of style. Good way to get some melee XP, which when I do some Slayer, there's certain tasks I will do in a slightly less meta version, but it will give me melee XP because melee is a bit of a struggle to get XP in. The others, very easy, but melee, I will pick tasks out to melee on purpose just because they'll give me some better XP. So what I'm going to go and do is go and grab a task really quick. We need to use our cape because I've actually already used this once. So it's 3 days so we can next get a task because I've just finished one just because I tested it out. And what we'll do is just try and get Lanika to force us one with a cape proc. Again, 120 Slayer really is one of the best capes because it will just give us that option to do it all the time. So we're going to go for Airuts. Now, the best way to do Airuts, and again, your teleport mask will give you some options. You've got the Piscatorius Peninsula, which isn't bad. You can use the cannon there, or Curidel's Dungeon. Again, it's not horrific, but you can't use the cannon. Where I like to go, and then by using the grouping system, you can get here very quick, or you can use the teleport in the Max Guild as well through that teleport, is the Liberation of Mazcab. If you go through the grouping system, you can get yourself a very, very quick teleport over to there to go and kill these Airuts. So we're going to teleport now. So where this is going to teleport to is the bank where you finish the raids and also gear up for the raids. And where Airuts basically are, if you go to the southwest, you will see here a band of Airuts sort of plodding around as well. And so with this setup, the big focus here is healing. So a Vampirism Scrimshaw, a Vampirism Aura as well as making sure that you are overloaded and ready for combat. These will have a chance to hit you very hard if they focus on their range attack. So basically, the emphasis here is to pray melee, use your Turmoil Curse as well, and then basically just try and keep on top of it as well. One thing the Airuts are very good for is they drop a big amount of sharks, so you'll never really struggle for healing. You just need to make sure you don't go AFK enough to where you avoid it. But this is pretty much it for the hour. All I'm just going to do is sit behind the cannon and just see how we go in terms of drops. Have area loot on as well so you can catch anything which is missing, because like this one here, this is the range attack where it throws the cannonballs at you. It will hit you hard, and if you get 2 or 3 of them and do it at the same time, it will cause you a lot of damage. So just keep an eye out for sharks, keep an eye on your HP, make sure to have the best sort of protection prayers you've got on, as well as any boosting prayers, because you can see here, I've got a couple of range attacks on me, and it's causing me a bit of damage, to say the least. But when they all decide to melee you, when they group up, the scythe absolutely goes to work here. And again, any other AoE ability kind of combat styles will do very well here as well. But keep a constant fuel of sharks. Make sure to use your Excalibur. Keep overloaded as well, because they will very quickly knock you out if you are not quick enough. Anyway, so we're going to go and do an hour of Airuts. We're going to see how well they are in terms of GP and outs and stuff, and then we'll come back and finish the video. So coming towards the end of a full hour, and we're currently sat at 36 Platinum Stone Spirits. Now, a few things to add into this. This is definitely a very good task to do at the minute. Very similar to Ganodermics, the drop rate of the Stone Spirits really helps to bump this up. A few little things about Airuts though. I'm currently roughly about 500 kills per hour, which if you were going to collect the bones and note the bones, would be roughly an additional 5 mil per hour as well. If you are looking to bury the bones for penance and stuff like that, it is very much worthwhile bringing some burial powder, because you'll get the full-on burying XP for doing that as well. Even with Bone Crusher, if you use burial powder, you'll still get the XP for it as well. So for me, I would definitely do these tasks going forward, because they're actually pretty good prayer XP. They're decent drops, and especially at the minute, they're up in price because of things like that as well. So yeah, in terms of this task though, we have done the task and we've done the full hour, and pretty much a nice AFK little thing to do. So again, very similar to Ganodermics, we don't expect the absolute world to change just because they've had a brand new drop, but we're going to finish on 37 of these Platinum Stone Spirits. So 3.4 million outs is very good. The Spring Cleaner is probably one of the best ways to do Airuts, and Airuts is probably one of the best sort of like monsters for a Spring Cleaner. A lot of rune salvage drops, which then get sorted for it. Now, I used a Vampirism Aura along with the Scrimshaw for this task, and I would highly recommend it, just because you're cannon in an area where Airuts can use their range attack, and all it takes is a couple of them just to gang up and do the range attack, and it can really give you a bit of damage. So that Vampirism Scrimshaw, again, they're not expensive now. They're like 900k for a full 3 hours. Definitely worth having, because it really will save you. In terms of charms, really good crimsons. 360 crimsons an hour really isn't bad. And of course, Archglacial's completely ruined all forms of charm drop rates and good charm tasks, but this was a very solid one, especially for one you can go enforce with a mask as well. And definitely a good way to farm some Slayer points, and definitely a good way to farm a little bit of GP as well, because of the drops and also with the Platinum Stone Spirit. So currently we're sat at 3.4 mil in terms of drops. Herbs, seeds, and really the alcohols, which are here as well, but they'll make a nice little bit of change on top of it as well. So these items, I won't include the prayer potions because that's a rare drop table, but we've made here another 1.2 mil, which is not too bad. 4.5 mil just from things like alcohols and just standard drops. You would have got 5 mil roughly from bones, and that's working at like sort of 500 kills per hour, 10k each for an arrow bone. It's a good way to sort of top things up. And on top of that, we're going to have the Platinum Stone Spirits, which are going to roughly be about 80k each. But what I'm going to do is just go in sort of like put an offer in for these Platinum Stone Spirits. I'm going to try and sell them and slow sell them. And then we'll come back and wrap the video up with any other little hints and tips and tricks as well, just to finish that off. So I price checked the Platinum at a decent price. With that 84k, it has gone up a little bit since we first price checked it. I decided to throw it in the Grand Exchange and leave it for that price as well, but that's going to be an additional 3 mil on top of that per hour. So once you sort of like rattle everything up, because of things like the Platinum Stone Spirits, the bones, the out, the other drops, Airuts, very similar to the Ganodermics beasts, are pushing 12-13 mil per hour, which again, especially if platinum stone spirits, if they're not coming into the game at a decent enough number, they might go even more, which will only make Airuts even more GP per hour. Would I say they're a monster you go and camp just for this drop? Absolutely not. I don't think they're good enough nowadays to be that kind of monster. 12 mil is very good. And if you had a mid-level account which could survive their attacks and survive camping there for a period of time, it could be a very good way to AFK, because as long as you've got Scrimshaw, Vampirism Aura, and enough defense, you don't really often get in trouble. You still will, but not as often as what you would without it. It's still campable, but I do think at the minute there's better options. It's definitely something, if you get given as a Slayer task, I would go and push for. Same with Ganodermics Beast, same with Airuts. They are both monsters with Slayer masks, so you can go and force your tasks every 3 days, especially if you have those Slayer masks with the ability for double drops. Every sort of 1 in 10 kills, definitely worthwhile utilizing those masks and trying to get those to be used as well. So definitely a good task at the minute, definitely up in price, and definitely one I'll be using my Slayer mask to force those tasks every day. Those platinum stone spirits will rack up eventually, and I do see that Jagex might not put enough into the game or enough droppers as well. Very weird selection of monsters which it drops. Yes, there's some bosses, yes, they'll come through a decent amount from next, but I don't think there'll be enough for people wanting to AFK platinum, which might push the price of platinum up, which then might push the price for stone spirits up because people want to AFK it. However though, that's going to wrap this video up. Definitely one we'll pay attention to, price of the platinum stone spirits. Maybe we'll come back another day. Maybe we'll do another Death Touch Start video next, see if we can get any luck there. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you've got the platinum stone spirits from anywhere unique or different. Again, I looked at the list and it was a really random list of items as well. Have you got them in a decent amount? Have you seen them bump up a task by a decent amount as well? Drop in the comments and we'll have a nice little discussion. Hope you guys have enjoyed the 110 crafting videos. Thank you guys so much for the support and watching. It really, really does help me out. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video once again, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.